Just on the off chance that somebody's reading these, I'm going to tell you something that probably nobody knows, and I know you guys noticed this. It was last fall, sometime between October and November. I was sleeping in my van at the time in a park by my own neighborhood. I was doing a penance to myself. I was sleeping in my van, working all over the state, and I was in Jackson that night, and I was sleeping in my van. And my van started shaking. And I get out, and I look up in the sky, and I know you've seen this on the satellite somewhere in Washington. You've seen this weather pattern. It was like 5 blades coming down over Michigan. And I looked, and I was like, what the hell is that? And them blades just went of clouds way up. And then I seen at the end of them a wall. Straight wall of cloud, and right at the end of them blades, they all kind of came together over a swirling pattern. That was them. That was them. And I'm your guy. And the reason why I got such a hard on to get into the mountains is because you need to get me out there in a remote place and stand down to them. Stand down to them. Get me out. What do you got to lose? Stand down to them. Get me out there with some provisions and a cabin. You got something out there, some property that you can give me access to with plenty of food. And what the burnt offering is basically I got to cook them dinner and say some prayers. You just leave me up there a while. You leave me up there until you see them come and go, and then you send somebody to come and get me. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Do you guys want a glorious Armageddon, or do you want them to start flicking into existence? Because what it is, and I sent this in a letter about the heavens and hells. Okay, imagine an onion with all them layers. Imagine them layers as sheets of paper. Okay, I seen this chick called Fran Labs. I believe she worked for JPL. You probably know the woman. She talked about this paper world where she think the aliens are poking through, and she's about got it right. Except the only thing is, it's like a stack of papers, and we're on the top, and they can go through that whole stack and back. And we're just on the top layer. We're on the surface layer. We're in the reality world. But there's a lot of layers. If they can take Enoch there, they can bring things back. They can bring things back. And they're content if it's just the black people left. They're not going to inflict it to them. They're going to inflict it to all the accursed ones. And the only way that's going to prevent that for us is if we do things their way. Okay, that first missing book of Esdras kind of spelled this out, because that guy, that King Israel, he thought he was with God, and that's what Trump was thinking with the Jews. And no, you don't want to do that. You want to play the role of saying God has our favor. We are working for God. Leave us alone. We're doing God's favor, and like we're smiting evil during the war with China. We are smiting evil. Fuck them Mexicans and all that shit. They're all idol worshipers. You got to go by God's laws. You forget the laws of man, because once this war starts, that's all out the window anyways. I'm telling you, you get me up in the mountains, and so I can give you some verifiable proof, okay? You look back at the weather over Michigan last fall. You play it through every night. It was sometime probably around midnight. And you're going to find that weather pattern of them 5 blades. They look like white blades of clouds so in the sky, but they were so long. I looked at it forever, and I was like, what the hell is that? It was like, I thought it was jets at first. Be honest. And it kept coming and coming and coming. My van, everything's shaking. And then I seen it go down and almost look like a hand in that swirling pattern in that wall, like so high up in the sky. And it got cold. As soon as that passed over, it was so cold. I know somebody noticed that pattern. There's a reason why Michigan's peachy fine right now and getting all this rain, and the rest of the country's burning. And the reason is most likely because of me. I'm sorry if I'm a crazy lunatic and been hospitalized 500,000 times and killed myself and believe all that, then nobody wants to believe it. But you believe you've seen that weather pattern. I know you've seen that weather pattern. I know you've seen it. And on that chip, I predicted when I was talking about Cristobal, I said it's going to be one hell of a year. It's the worst year, most catastrophic, unbelievably, undescribably bad storm year in history. I said it's going to be one hell of a bad year, and it was one hell of a bad year. I predicted it. I'm a prophet. Whether you like it or not, I'm your guy. I'm your guy, and you got to get me before I die, because there's things I need to do, and there's accommodations I need. I need to be totally right with my soul and kosher. how I feel, because that's going to make a lot of difference in the decisions I make once I get my spirit back. Because once I get back into heaven, I'm going to be up there helping them. You fucking think not? This planet got destroyed. I'm going to be calling shots. You want me to be calling friendly shots? You want me going down there and finding things for you? Spirits are real. Ghosts are real. Jesus is real. God is real. Them flying pyramids that blink in and out of existence are very, very, very real, and they're technological. They're technological. They always have been technological. How do you think the Virgin had a child? Well, you don't want to believe it. A straw with special sauce, and the angels would follow him around, and not only was he special and holy and mighty himself, but they would assist him to make sure his miracles were believed. Jesus was real. All of his miracles were real, and the Jews nailed him up. The biggest mistake you guys are going to make as a government when World War III breaks out and when the war breaks out in the Middle East, the biggest fucking mistake you're going to make, I'm telling you, is helping Israel. If they can do that weather pattern over Michigan, what the fuck else do you think they can do? They haven't even begun to show you your powers. They can swirl that ocean into a giant fucking whirlpool that goes all the way down to the bottom of the Marianas Trench. And it'll suck everything down in there, and you'll be like, where is all the water going? Through one of the other planes is where it's going. They'll open up a door to the other planes. They can't just go back and forth. They can open a door that will suck all our air out of this one, and they'll open a door on Mars and put it all there. They can do that. Trust me, they can do that. If they can blink in and out of existence, then you got to assume they can do everything I'm telling you they can do. You got to believe it. Somebody's got to believe something. I know you believe it's about to be World War III and it's inexplicable of all these weather shit, and what do you have to lose but to expend just a little bit of money? Take me southwest of Yellowstone somewhere that I don't know where, but there's something out there that you guys own. You take me there. Let me stay there until they come and I'll know that you'll be coming to pick me up soon. You just wait till they come and wait until they leave, then you come and get me. Then you got to stick with me to the end and do what I say. Otherwise, I don't make the rules.